Hey, welcome back to Lord Fussington's walkthrough of the critically acclaimed game Demon's Souls. This is part 2 of Stonefang Tunnel 2-2, the part after 2-1. Stonefang Tunnel 2-1. Also, patches will give you that ring of flame resistance. I think when you beat the bug and he realizes that you might kill him because he's tried to trick you. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't. So now we're going to continue on in this tedious world. If you have the ring of Herculean strength, great. You'll be able to pick up everything you find. Pretty much, I think. I don't think you'll be overburdened. So I'm not quite sure where I'm going, because I don't remember this area very well. There's a crystal gecko around here. I think I see him at one point, and you should. Oh, he's probably down there actually. So I'll just explain when I get there. So you see that crystal gecko? Well, you want to get him from here, because if you get anywhere near him, he'll just run away and you won't be able to catch him. But I don't think I even bothered. I think I saw that item and thought, item, gotta get that. Also, all of the enemies respawn because I reloaded. If you hadn't watched the previous video, which would be weird. Why would you watch part 2 without watching part 1? I noticed that in Militarian Palace actually. A lot of people watch part 2. Well, far more people than those that watched part 1, which was kind of strange. I guess part 2 is a bit more. Maybe it's the dragon, maybe people were trying to figure it doesn't matter. What does matter is this will cause the crystal gecko to run away if you're in this section without having got the crystal gecko. So you want to get the crystal gecko, and I think that's enough about the crystal gecko. So kill him, just be careful because in this you're kind of cornered, so he does a lot of. Actually, I think I still saw the crystal gecko. Look, it doesn't matter. Where I was before, that's where you want to be, and you want to either chase the crystal gecko or shoot him with arrows, whatever. I suggest chasing because then you'll always be close. It's a bit easier. So remember that these massive oh, there, I think I saw the crystal gecko just jump off. Fucking idiot. So these guys explode. You want to move away from them. Now you may be wondering why it takes so long to kill them. It's because they're armored. And I have a shit weapon. Or at least it's not upgraded enough to actually do any damage against them. Actually, it's not even that good of a weapon to use against. You know what? I just like the Crescent Falchion. That's why I use it. Right? So that's a little bit of a risky part, but oh my god, my ring is useless. I'm not wearing it. Also, you can always do this section after you kill the Flamelurker, which is another way. You just might be actually the better way, come to think of it, because then you can always just evacuate if you're overburdened. There's the filthy man here, so you don't want to hit him in the face by accident. I can't see him at all, so I just roll. So if it seems complicated, the kind of route I'm taking, because it seems to be all over the place. It's because it is. I did not plan it out. I actually thought of redoing this entire section with another character, with my mage actually, who's I think 120 soul level. but I couldn't be bothered to do this section again because it's shit. It's absolutely shit. See that thing they do? Don't get near them, obviously, but especially don't get near them if you're near a cliff. You will fly off. Good little tidbit. That's good information there. Write that down. I'll write it down. So I think I went up here thinking, oh, the crystal gecko. No, I didn't think that because the crystal gecko isn't there. He was on the lower section of it. Oh, fucking hell. So to get this item, you just sort of jump down here, which is very, very difficult. And Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, brilliant. Isn't this a great section? This is a really great section, isn't it? I don't even know what, you don't actually have to fight everyone either. Especially here, you can just run by. Unless you really want Greystone. I can't imagine why, unless you want the achievements. But it's not that important. Oh, I do run by. Fucking lazy. Oh, look, a fog gate, finally. So these are the tunnels, which are a bit confusing, to be honest. I think actually there's a map posted somewhere of which way to go, if I remember correctly. So you might want to check that out. Those two tunnels lead to the same area. It's just... they lead to the same area. Okay. Good. Notice how I'm sort of always staying on the sides, because you can actually stay near his head and you won't get hit. See, I'm very close to him, but so I recommend doing it instead of always having to roll back and all that. It just takes. It's just the jump you have to worry about, really. You may be wondering why I didn't use another weapon. Well, because I'm an idiot. And I thought, well, how can I make this video much longer than it needs to be? Use a crescent falchion. Fantastic. Dragonstone. Very good. If you want a fire weapon, that's what you need, Dragonstone. Alright, so just continue onwards, and just smash that if you're feeling a bit angry. I was. You go through here. Oh, another one. So this will take another 3 minutes. I'm doing a lot of rolling here. I think I was worried about him rushing, which can happen. I think. Oh, in the face. And then I went back to the previous strategy. So you just gotta time the roll, make sure you have the stamina. If you are using Soul Ray and all that, or whatever it's called, brilliant, good job, because the they'll die far faster. You won't be doing 64 damage a hit. Good kill, good kill. I mean, they're tough enemies only because they're only as tough as their armor, really. Which would make them very tough, come to think of it. It's just they don't die very easily. And then they have this massive explosion. Alright, so I think in this section I'm just generally very confused with where I'm going. It's nearly random. I have some sense of what... See, because this leads to the Flamelurker. So I decide, okay, well if that leads to the Flamelurker, let me go the other way. So now I'm here. As you can see, I'm here. Well, you can't see me, but... Then I'm thinking, well, what the fuck? What? So I jump down? And I jump down. And this is where we were before. So now I decide, okay, well, let me go through this one. Okay, so we've been here. So to do this section, I mean, I think I have fairly good... With my mage, I think I just run through and do Firestorm usually when I'm farming these crystal geckos. But you can just use arrows. I mean, they work as well. I just usually just pull the bug and kind of just aim at them. You can always just rush in and slash away as well. That works. Probably not as well, but the problem is my aim's just shit. If you have good aim, done. Well, this isn't messy at all. When all else fails, just blindly slash. So I think I got one of them. This is really good gameplay, by the way. I mean, if you emulate this, you'll never have any problems. You'll probably just get one crystal gecko instead of two, and that's good. That's really good. One of two isn't bad, is it? It's 50%. Other than being a pro gamer, I'm also a mathematician. I'm not either, by the way. Just in case somebody was watching and has been naive and thought, oh, maybe he really is. Maybe he's both those things. No, I'm not. Shard of Dragonstone, great, good. So this, there's three entrances, exits to this area, okay? You want to have fire resistance if you're going to go through there. I didn't go through it because I don't have enough fire resistance, and I also there's like a water veil or something like that, some kind of spell that you can use, and that's what I use to get all of the items. But I mean, you can do it with a good fire resistance. Yeah, but I don't bother in this case. There are a couple of items you want to get. Dragonstone, for instance. I think there's a pure Dragonstone in there. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, point it out in the comments. I don't mind. So I think I got a Dragon Longsword. I quite like that weapon when I first played this game, and it's a good weapon generally. I wouldn't use it against the Flamelurker because he's made of fire, so using fire against fire is sort of counterproductive. So now you want to head back to this section, take a left, and this leads towards the Flamelurker. Like, you know where that lava section is because the tunnel glows red. So I mean, it's fairly indicative of what section that is. But this way leads to this leads to the bottom of the pit that I first pointed out in part 1 of Stonefang Tunnel 2-2. So this is the bottom of that pit. Also, this is one of the better ways to get... I'm recording! God damn it! It's fine, these things happen. There's interruptions sometimes, and, you know, that's just the way the world works. You know? No, I don't want a sandwich! Sorry about that. It's tough being a lord. It really is. So now we're at the bottom of the pit. I'm absolutely furious, and that was actually one of the better ways to get the crystal gecko as well, because when you're at the bottom of the pit, he immediately runs away. So you want to kind of travel from that section and use your bow, or at least I find that the easiest way for that crystal gecko. And I'm an expert on crystal geckos because none of them ever escape me. So we're nearly at the Flamelurker. Exciting stuff, isn't it? Yeah. I think this was one of the better videos I've done because there's a lot to say throughout the entire video. There's a lot to work with. A lot of advice to dish out. It's not just picking up items. And yeah, there's a lot to say and do and things. God, I should have just taken the short way and not. It's ridiculous. Yep, there you go. Unknown Hero Soul. That was worth it. So I don't think there's anything else. I don't know why I'm climbing this ladder. Maybe I want to see where it goes. Oh, I've been here before. So once you're done fucking around, you can go through there, and that leads to the flame. I've been saying everything's been leading to the Flamelurker, but it does. That is how the levels function. They all lead to the bosses at the end of the levels, or sometimes at the start. Bulletarian Palace had the phalanxes. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. What does matter is that item in the. I think there's actually more than one item. So these are, I call these ones tricky worms. That's what I've decided to call them. They're not really... They're sort of like worms, I think. They probably have a proper name, but I have no idea what it is. Rockworms. They're called rockworms, which is very original. Rockworms. Great. Good. So you shoot the rockworms. The tricky rockworms in this case. They're tricky because they don't do the moveset, the usual moveset, and what they do is they're able to block a little bit easier. So, oh, Hand of God. Yep, Hand of God, that's right. What a ridiculous notion. And then you go here, and there should be a stone of ephemeral eyes on your right. So that's it for this video. The next is the The Flamelurker of Stonefang Tunnel 2-2, brilliant title. It's just as original as the Rockworms. And I've been Lord Fussington. Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.